coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I've got something a little bit of fun and something that I'm pretty excited about. I've got a couple of products from the Hobart Mint, a very new mint that's just come out, and I think for me, I'm super excited to look at these products, and I'm excited about the potential of what the Hobart Mint is going to become. So I've got a little bit of information around the Hobart Mint itself and what it kind of does and what its kind of future may look like. And I've also got a few cool bits of silver. So I've got this nice cool art round here, and I've got a couple of bars to have a look at, and they are absolutely sensational. So some of the cool products and stories is just something I'm super excited about to have a look at, and I think it's going to have a really big future. So let's go through this one first. This is the 1 Zillion Bucks from the artist Tom O'Hearn. So a local Tasmanian from Hobart artist that has created this coin, and he's also hand done some of the artwork on this certificate of authenticity. And as you can see here, this is limited to 100 of this coin. So a very low minted coin, something super cool. Well, I should say not coin, around. And let's go and have a look at it. I think the way they do these kind of bits of art and the paperwork that comes with it is amazing. So this is an artist that you'll see around Hobart on walls and all sorts of different places. Quite unique in his artistry, and I think it's kind of really cool to bring artistry into coins in a different way. I think often, like the Australian mints, the Royal Mint and the Perth Mint, it's all about the native animals and those kind of things that we're kind of used to seeing. This way we're getting local artists and something different. So as you can see on this side, we've got the Hobart Mint 2024, which I think is going to be quite significant. Having the kind of first year of the Hobart Mint's coins, or sorry, the rounds that they are producing, is really cool. Now they make all their silver and everything on site, so it's not like they get blanks from somewhere else and then just put a stamp on it and put a design on it. They do it all in-house. So what makes this significant? So there's 10,000 of these made, but these are limited to 100. Now, so you can see on this side here, the other ones that you can buy directly from the mint or from Thompson Coins is it's got a frosting around it. So there's only 100 where it's got this kind of smoother finish kind of edge to it. So it's definitely a smoother obverse, as you would call it. So it's slightly different. So it makes this slightly collectible. Now, unfortunately, the way it's capsulated here, you can't see the reeded edges. And I think that's something that's very significant when it comes to these kind of coins that they're doing out of the Hobart Mint, is they're doing something that looks like the organ pipes. So kind of those ancient Jurassic kind of columns that you see on the side of mountains, that's around Mount Wellington and a few places around in Hobart, around the beaches. It's kind of famous for those kind of things. So instead of just doing your standard straight line reeded edges that most mints do, they've gone out and tried to encapsulate some of Tasmanian's kind of beautiful landscape within the actual coin. So I think some of the key things to note is there is no limits when it comes to the Hobart Mint. They're doing things differently from the other mints, which makes me think it's going to become a lot more collectible. So to go through a little bit of the certificate that these comes with, which is kind of cool. So it comes first with a little book. So as you can see here, this is the reeded edges that it has there. So it's quite different compared to most mints. The coin is a little bit more chunkier, so it's a little bit smaller and chunky. And it goes through a little bit about the actual coin itself and a little bit about, this is 1 Zillion Bucks from Tom O'Hearn. Really cool, unique kind of artist. And you can see that some of his artistry there. And just goes through a little bit about the Hobart Mint on this corner. Cool, so that's really cool and unique to keep. But then you get this certificate of authenticity. So as you can see, Tom O'Hearn, Tony Dean is the sculptor, the one that kind of sculpts that artist work into something that can be put into a piece of metal. And then as you can see, it's 1 troy ounce of 4/9 fine silver and signed off by the mint director, which is pretty cool, hand signed. And as you can see here, some hand-drawn art on here as well, which makes this kind of really cool and collectible from my aspect. So definitely gonna, and I like it the way it comes in all these kind of pouches. So let's also go through some of the cool bits of silver that comes from the mint as well. So these are really significant because they're all individually numbered. So that's something that I think is really cool. So I really like their design. Let's get this one out and have a look at it. I'll be careful how I touch it, because I think these are going to become quite collectible given their low numbers. Turn around this way. So as you can see at the top, you've got your Hobart Mint. These are 50 gram bars, so just a bit over an ounce. And you got your 4 nines fine silver. And then as you can see, individually numbered. So this one is a low number of 37, but I bought one on eBay already. This one was 22, so I'm trying to get some of the nice low numbers because I think they're going to be pretty cool. And they come out really, really nice, these bars. So the way they do the shine on this is really cool. And another unique finish that they do that you don't often see is they've polished the die, so that way all the embossing here, everything that's been imprinted, is also shiny. It's not a frosted finish. So I'll compare it to a Tasmanian mint kind of bar here, as you can see. So it's kind of similar in its design, but you can see where the writing is here. It's all frosted finish. They haven't polished the die. So this one gives it a really nice kind of shinier finish, I think, and I love the way it actually comes out. So it's really unique the way they've done these kind of bars. So definitely, I think why the mint is still new, getting these kind of low numbers of something that will become quite collectible from my perspective in the long term is something quite cool. So I'm definitely happy to get those. So a little bit about the mint itself. So it's like a boutique craft kind of private mint. So it's been in the workings for around 5 years. As you can see, it is a lot more art focused. So they have some really cool pieces of art and using local artists to create some of the artistry on the coins. So I think another cool feature is there are no boundaries when it comes to their creation. So they want to do things differently. So like I said, the sizes. So if I can compare it to your standard Perth Mint coin, as you can see, it is a lot smaller, but it'll be a lot thicker. So you get that kind of chunkier piece of 1 ounce. So you can see there's definitely a bit of a size difference there. They're all made on site, including some of the tool making is made with locals. They also get some support from some of the people in the UK as well. And I think some of the cool things with the new mint, some of the things that they have to go through is getting that design like this to something that's on the relief. So trying to create someone's picture and make it stand out like this with the frosting and everything else. It's not easy. It's not like you can just draw a picture and go bang, I'll print this onto a coin. There's a lot more work that goes into it. So having to go through all that kind of stuff and coming up with this quality for a new mint is amazing. You can see that is absolutely spot on the way the quality they've got there. So their first ever product, and something that I'm very keen to get, is the Bone Dome. It's very similar to this one here. That's their very first ever product. This one here has only been out for the last 3 or so weeks, so it's a very new kind of product that they've just come up with. And Tony Dean is one of the key sculptors that gets the imagery onto the actual coin, so it creates that kind of sculpture work. So you can also get these silver bars in a 250 gram. Soon there'll be 1 kilo, which would be pretty cool to look at as well. And they've got some really cool, unique stuff coming up. So that's what I'm excited about myself. There's a 5 gram gold ringtail possum coin round coming up. There's also going to be a 2 gram Vegas leaf. It's like a gold little one. So they've had a lot of issues trying to get the die working. So that's all part of learning with a new mint to try and get that kind of stuff going. So they're pushing those boundaries to get that quality. One of the things that I'm also keen to get is the cradle mountain round. I think that's going to be pretty cool to have. So I'm definitely going to be buying that in the next month. And in the future, they're going to look to be open to the public. So it's something that you can go to, see things being made as you go and visit Hobart. And I think that's going to be really, really cool to have a look at. So for me, getting in why it's still new, why the dates are on their first year, and getting the low numbers is something that I think is going to be quite important for me as a collector of this kind of artwork. I also think it kind of resembles a little bit of the Tasmanian Mint style, the way they're going, pushing the boundaries and not following the norm. They're doing something a little bit outside of what is known. So I think that's going to make them very popular very quickly in the future. So I'm really, really keen and really, really proud of what they're doing, and I think it's going to be taken up really well. So I'd love in the comments below, have you got any of their products yet? And is it something you're looking to get as well? So for me, if you want to buy these, definitely get them from Thompson Coins. So Matt Thompson's done some really great videos. I'll put it in the links below, and also the link to his webpage where you can buy some of these products. So he's a key distributor in Australia, or you can buy it direct from the Hobart Mint. But Matt Thompson coins, he's the one that gets these special edition ones, and there's going to be more of these coming. So look out on his YouTube channel to be up to date with those special releases, and I'll definitely be getting those in the future when they come out. So pretty exciting. I'm looking to go to Hobart early next year, around February, and I hope to do a video on some of the more products and actually do it within the landscape of Hobart, which would be really cool. So definitely good time to get into it. Definitely a good time to support another great Australian mint. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and I'm super excited to be owning some of their products, and I know I'm going to be getting a lot more in the next couple of months because I think it's going to be very, very collectible. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe to Dan the Collecting Man, and make sure you give us a thumbs up to Hobart Mint. So give that thumbs up down below if you enjoy the content and you enjoy the work that they're doing from that aspect. And thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.